Hang on, guys. There we go. Let's go live chat. There we go, so I can see chat. And yo, what's up guys, it's S.S.RedUmbra here, and this is my latest brick prints paint job. Next I am doing one for my fiance, then I'm finishing off mine, and I will be doing others from my close knit friends, like Kayla, Ellie Lovegrove, Hugo, Joey Kerr. I'm going to be doing ones for them. Sorry about it being late as well. We had to take Panda to the vet. She ended up needing antibiotics, and so yeah, she's still a little bit sore, and there's a persistent infection that she has. So, as some of you know, I have this beautiful machine here. This beautiful machine. This is my largest paint job. It took over 700 layers to make it. But then we have the, out of all the friends so far, I have done one for Mark Farris. So here's Mark Farris's Formula One, which is beautiful, I must admit. I done that custom paint job, but I'm still working on my one. But here is Brick Prince's old one. Let's bring out his new one. Okay, so we have the standard street model, but I have now done a racing model. Here we go. So this is the racing model of the paint job. Looks like bricks have hit the car, and if you stand back here, everything fits. Hey, typical VCM, how are you? So yeah, we have the bricks hitting there. At the back, we are brick. Kind of got that line from We Are Venom. Also, I am doing a Christmas paint job, so I'm thinking for my fiance's car, I'm going to make one for that. There is the YouTube and Twitter at the Brick Prints, and hashtag Brick Army right there with a giant brick smacking into it, and the front. Oh yeah, yeah, sorry about it being late. It's just I had to take Panda to the vet. But I mean, look at this Camaro. It is beautiful. And it handles amazingly, I must admit. Okay, let's bring it over here in the light. So yeah, I think this car's, it took me a fair bit of work, but I didn't want it to be overdone, because I've always learned with art, sometimes less is more. Sometimes it's good to hold it back a little, and I think having those subtle little bricks smacking into the car I think it works. What would you guys rate it out of 10? So, while I see what you guys' rating is, also if you're watching this as a video, leave your rating in the comments if you'd like. But in the meantime, let's do a race. Okay, so first of all, let's change it. Thanks. Thank you so much. 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's make... Ooh. No, let's stick to the easy, the normal at the moment. Just because I haven't really tested this car in a race, and each individual car handles differently, so it's always good to make sure that you know your car before you do that kind of thing.
2, 1.
Let's see if we can win this. Should be able to, especially with their power. Dana and Lawrence are moving. With the slightly damp track, it's definitely not making it easy. Their lines are terrible. Their racing lines. That's touching on the other side. I went a little too quick on that one. Okay. Ooh. She is making it very difficult to pass her. Which is good. It allows me to test this car out a bit more. Brakes, I can't quite brake so well. Wow, right on her foot. Really nothing. Oh, nice. Oh, come on, don't slow. Wow, this is a close race. A lot closer than I expected. Come on. And a little bit of a nip on the wall. Right there.
I'm seeing definite improvement here.
Damn it? How? Nope. Wow, her Corvette is pretty damn quick. Hey Salvador, how are you, bro? That was a good win. Close, but good. So this car on corners it's okay, but on the straights, great. I'm great. Been a bit busy. Our vet bill came to a lot more than we had hoped, which is a bit of a disappointment, because we have a long trip down to Wanganui for Shane's great-grandmother's birthday, and yeah, so it's not really a very good time. Plus, we need to make sure that our car is running within the next 2 weeks, because otherwise we can't even get down there in the first place. But we have our fingers crossed. Okay, let's, oops, wrong button. Let's see. Oh, also, Salvador, what do you rate the paint job out of 10? Okay, so we will see what other races do we have? No, I don't want. There we go. Okay. Let's test it here. And then we will showcase the street model. Nice. So far, all 10s. And also, if you haven't already, like and subscribe if you like what you see, and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I put on any new content or on live stream. And also, if you go onto Twitter, follow me there. It's the easiest way to get a show. I knew that talk was going to do that. Once again, Dana, right on the lead. Okay, so this car has a bit of a heavy drive, does it? Oops. Just leave me behind, huh? How's her car that powerful? Ooh, sorry guys about the internet. It'll lag for a little bit, possibly. But it always seems to do that with the crew. Wow. That Corvette. I don't know if I'm gonna win this. Oh wow. Wow. How is that Corvette that quick? Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, bro. Oh wow. That Corvette is insanely quick. Which is a bit weird. I mean, they say, oh, 320 you need. Oh, 220, I mean. Or was it 250? No. It was the lowest rating for a race car. And yet, they won. Because their car was quicker. Doesn't really make sense, but okay. That was reasonably close. Let's avenge it. Let's avenge that loss just this once.
You've dethroned his lordship.
See how good they
Clarence
are
and taken the
with this car.
championship for yourself, which was no easy thing to do, but a pleasure to watch. And best of all, your name is gonna be everywhere. And thanks to you, so is my team's.
Let's just wipe the floor with them. This guy. Now, there is no way she should be able to beat this one. But the good thing about the reason why I did a secondary brick prints paint job is because the first one is specifically for the hub one, which is a hot rod. Whereas at least with this one, with this new one, it can go on any car. That line wrong, but shouldn't really matter too much with this car. That was close, almost went off the track. This thing hugs the road so perfectly. But I mean, what do you expect? It's a Ferrari. I wonder what the brick prints paint job would look like on this. That's what I'm wondering as well. I think I might actually take this back to my house, my home, and see what it looks like. Because I did try the paint job on a lot of different cars, and it looks good on all of them, except for this one. I haven't tried. Although, I think with this car, it won't have the VR brick on the back. Is amazing, its pickup is amazing, and even though it doesn't have the highest topping speed out of the race cars, it definitely has highest acceleration. And I mean, as you saw, it doesn't really slide terribly often. Okay, now that we have avenged, let's wait for this. Okay, there we go. Okay, back here. Lowers the handling a little. Okay, now that we have showcased that, let's move to this car. So this one is the Z1 Camaro.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember to pick up your complimentary keychain.
And the paint job is red chrome. I think personally that this paint job would go with any colour really, just because it's mainly blacks and whites. So it would pretty much go with any colour you would like, but I know that Brick likes red and black so on cars, so I thought why not showcase that. Okay, where's it? There it is. Let's try the easy first, because the thing is I'm just showcasing rather than trying to gain loot. Plus, I mean, this car isn't the greatest for handling as such. Not quite like the Lamborghinis and Ferraris, but sound-wise, I mean, how can you not love the sound of a good muscle car? Plus, I mean, it's a Camaro.
3,
What's not to love?
2,
ZL1 Camaro.
1.
I think that was the Lotus White car. Ooh, I forgot about that corner. Whoa. Dude. Ooh, I hate this track. I forgot about this track. Forgot how much I hate it. Hey, there was a ZL1. Ooh. Running off the track. Come on, with those ZL1s. Yeah, I will definitely agree with what I said before when I said this car's handling is not that great. Although I did try the paint job on a Porsche, and the Porsche that they use, which is the GT3, they don't really look that great because of the side intake, air intake, was just too big. One thing I will say though, this car has amazing speed. There we go. And it likes to high rev. And there goes a person with amazing reflexes. Because you know everyone can dodge a car that's moving this quickly. Everyone in this world is the Flash. One thing I will say though, what else I will say is these guys are really persistent. They are right on my butt. Ooh, that dodge almost beat me. That was so close. That was too close for comfort. Wow. Okay. Now, to kind of show a little bit more about this paint job, because I did say that I made it so that it would fit on any car, or most cars. Really? Now the loot shows up? That was a very slow 22 miles an hour. I mean, 22 miles, that's about 38 to 40 kilometers an hour. That's, yeah, no. Because our average speed on our roads is 50 kilometers to 60, and it's a hell of a lot quicker than that, and 10 kilometers doesn't make you that much quicker, and yet this is their 20 miles an hour. There we go, that's 32. It's about 38. Okay, let's go up to, that's about 50. So they're saying that's about 50. That's close to 50 kilometers an hour. For us, this is what it looks like for most of us. That's closer to 50 kilometers an hour for us. Okay, let's go test and see what it, well, not test, but let's go see what this paint job looks like on some of my other cars. But the first one we are going to try is the Ferrari LaFerrari. No, not Ferrari LaFerrari, the Ferrari X something, I can't remember what it's called. This one. FXXK. I love that blue though. That's the only thing. But we can keep it blue. Oh, but the 10 may stop my livery. So, on race cars it's a bit hard because race cars you can't get rid of the numbers. So, let's have a look. Okay, so it doesn't look good at all. Yeah, doesn't look good at all. So, what we will do is go back. Let's change the vehicle. Okay, what's another monster truck? I wonder what it would look like on this beast. Seeing as how it's a Camaro. Okay, so let's go here, select, edit. Okay, it fits pretty good. That we are brick, that's pretty much the best you are going to get, unless of course I shrink it. I mean, I can go here because I've grouped them up. I can hold R1 to bring it down a little, bring it in. See, I can do that for We Are Brick. But let's keep it like that at least. Okay, Brick Army. But his... So the hashtag Brick Army, the hashtag kind of disappears, and the... At least his Twitter is there, but his YouTube isn't. So that kind of... It's a bit iffy there. Still not bad. But see, at least with that I can make multiple paint jobs and kind of move things around for each vehicle. That way I can make one paint job that will suit them all. Which is easy enough. I mean, that is still basically one paint job, I'm just moving things slightly around. One of the cars that I don't really like the look of, it's kind of one of the ugliest cars I have, is this one. Ford Focus RS RX. I don't like it. It's too much. I didn't make that paint job though. I was asked by one of my subs if I could, so I'm keeping it as a promise. I mean, I don't want to get rid of it for any reason, because that just won't be right. Ooh, let's try it on this car. Oops, why did I push start? Let's go customize. Okay, let's change the color of the vehicle. Okay, so can't have it black, but any other colors we can. Okay, so let's try a blue. Ooh, ooh, yes. Yeah, that could work. Although, with the type of paint job it is, the black lines would be harder to see. But let's do this one. Let's go here, let's have a look. Yeah, see, no, won't work. So, race cars and hybrid cars, not too good, but street cars, it's good because you can change the look yourself. You can actually change the side skirts and things like that. There's a lot more versatility. Like, I mean, this is a street car right here. Beautiful pearlescent. Beautiful car. Then we go livery. Or livery. However you say it. Then we go to here for the brick prints. Okay, so it cuts off a bit of his crown. But on an all in all, it's not too bad. Still looks reasonably okay. Oh, this is a Senna NSX. It's his racing helm. Who is one of Mark Ferris's... Oh, I think he is Mark Ferris's favourite race car driver of all time, I think it is. Okay. I don't know how it would go on this. Let's have a look. I mean, this is a beautiful car. If you don't like a Stingray like this, then there's something obviously odd about your taste in cars, because if not for this car there would not be any sports cars the way that they look now. Okay, so the brick prints part at the bottom, still not that bad. I think I can get rid of those lines, but we'll find out. Still says we are brick on the back. Still readable, well, relatively. At least you can still see the Twitter and the YouTube. So far not bad. Okay, so let's apply it and let's see what we can do with the body kit. Okay, so don't need to worry about the hood or that, because the thing is I like to try and keep it kind of as plain as possible. Okay, let's side mirrors, side skirts, which is the exhaust. So why are they calling it skirts? That's the exhaust. That rear fender, no. Okay, so that's the most we can do with that. Let's try and make, because this one's an anodized paint job. Squeaks, don't do that. Let's make it a little darker. Let's have a look at that. Okay, yeah, see? So, works with that car. Sorry guys also that this isn't the normal type of stream, just because it's more of a showcase. I like on Crew 2 until there's a new event coming up called the Destruction Derby. That's coming in soon, so I'm definitely live streaming that, but so that you guys don't see the same thing, whenever I do the Crew 2 at the moment, I'm just doing showcasing of paint jobs and things. Okay, let's hold square to remove it. There we go. That is a beautiful car. Okay, I wonder what it would look like on this Wrangler, because Rubicon, that's funny. I don't know with that how it's gonna go. This probably won't work. So far my paint job, like, I wasn't necessarily meaning any car that it would suit. I was just hoping that it would suit more than one car, because that HUP 1 paint job is specifically for the HUP 1 or HUP 1, which is the hot rod. Okay, this one I'm leaving with that gloss. Yeah, see, it doesn't work because it's not long enough. So you need a relatively long vehicle. Maybe this, which is a Ford Raptor, and it looks like a beast. Like, I don't normally like trucks or Fords or Holden or anything like that, but personally I think this is a nice ute. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, you can still see that it's the brick prints. Yeah, that's reasonably okay. And at least you can see his YouTube. Can't see his Twitter though. Doesn't look half bad on this. So that's good. Okay, so far, utes and muscle cars. It suits utes and muscle cars, not... Oh, and muscle car race cars. But it doesn't really suit all race cars and hypercars. Could work on this. This is a large vehicle. Oh wow, I can't even do liveries on this. This is an Escalade. How can I not do liveries? Okay then. So that car was a waste of money. Or did I win that one? I may have won that one. But still, come on. Should let us at least do a livery on it. Okay, now because of the white, let's go metallic this time. Let's try a different color. So we have tried red, green, blue. Let's try a purple. Hey Shelly Shell. Hey Shelly, how are you? Okay, so now that we've got this purple on it, let's see what the new paint job looks like on this one. Okay, so yeah, it even fits on this car. Okay, so basically said, like, I mean that is a little bit but I can always move them around and save them for each car. But I'd say this is not bad either. So the paint job fits with just cars that are a decent length and a decent height and things like that, and don't have a lot of side carbon fiber panels. But still, so it's hard to make a versatile paint job just because each car is different, so it's difficult. But I want a decent car for brick that is better at handling than the ones that I have picked. Doesn't work on that Porsche. Yeah, the new Brickmobile. I love this car too. Ferrari Bernaletta. Very beautiful car. I wish they would bring in the old school 250 GT California. That would be beautiful. I wish they would actually add that in, but they haven't yet. So also, how's the game volume and how is my mic? I hope it's not too loud. Okay, the crown is still reasonably visible, so that's all good. Oh, it fits great on this. Okay, let's make this the new Brickmobile. Oh, also, I am doing a once I have done a few paint jobs for you guys, my next paint job that I am doing is a Christmas themed one for Shane. I've done one for Mark, Brick, and I've done one for TG, Typical Gamer. That's good. So, what do you guys think of that? It still fits reasonably well. I mean, I can always right here. Actually, let's try that now, right? So, if we go, this is the easiest way if you want to make a secondary paint job of the same one. I'll show you guys a trick. So, what you do is you go here, go edit. Now, see all these shapes, right? To make Brick's logo, 326 shapes. To make the brick print writing, because that's actually a bunch of shapes, there is no font like that. That took 119 layers. Each brick took 7 along with the impact markings as another one. So that's 8 per brick. But you go like this. See, now I'll group all of that. Then we go here, save group to library. Save that group to library. Then we go here, push X. Save that group to library. Okay, now that we have gone out of there, what we do is we go back, create, then we go here, go to local, and here it all is. Boom. So we got that one. And see, at least with this car, yeah, sure, can't see that back. That's perfectly fine. Don't always need to see the we are brick. That's perfect. And there we go. Now, this part, let's try this to line it up. Oh, need to move it again because I shrunk it. Okay, so okay, let's check that out. Okay, let's move it down a little. Okay, let's try and line it up. Unless I rotate it. Yeah, that could actually work better. A bit better. Okay. Cancel that, let's save. Okay. Actually, why'd I do that? Select. Go right to the end, edit. Okay, there we go. See? Now it looks good. Looks like his crown. Thank you very much. So there we go. See, now we've got the brick prints. Crown perfect. Great. So now this is the new brick mobile. So I do have a few other paint jobs to do. Like I said, next is going to be a Christmas themed paint job, but along with a bit of a New Zealand theme. Like I'm going to have ferns and maybe... No, I'm going to have a bit of ferns and things in there, along with a little bit of dark colours and things to kind of give Shane her own paint job. She's known as Kiwi Girl. And we've got his channel and Twitter. Yeah, so it's looking good. At least now he has a good car. Because I've noticed the muscle cars aren't too good in this game. But yeah, and also I think with the carbon fiber, I think it suits the lines on the side. could possibly actually band a bit around the back. But other than that, what do you guys rate this paint job? I think it looks good. Actually, this will be his new car. So, I will show you guys, for those of you that haven't seen it, I will show you guys the birthday paint job that I did for him. I done not that one. That's a racing model Camaro. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Cool. My dad came over and he wanted to see if we could play Triominoes, because we've been playing that a bit and it's nice to have a bit of family time. But I'll show you guys his birthday car for those of you that have not seen it. This is it right here. This was the first ever car I did for Brick Prints. It says the Brick Prints on the back, and then hashtag Brick Army there, along with his Twitter and YouTube. And I mean the skulls. And this one here is the one that I'm doing for myself. It's still got a bit of work to do on it. I may delete those, I'm unsure, but this is the C2 Corvette. I love the look of the old school cars, as you can tell. But yeah, this was his old birthday car. This was his birthday car for when he turned 18, I think it was. I can't remember what age he turned, but yeah, it was for his birthday anyway. And I can't wait until he gets it. Also, it's got suicide doors, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now, for those of you, actually I want to see if you guys know. Looking at this, why are these doors called suicide doors? Does anyone know why these doors are called suicide doors? They're literally called a suicide door. I'll give you guys... Oh, thank you! Thank you. Wow. That's that's a huge one. What's that? That is... How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3... Hang on, I need to count these. Oh. 8, 9, 10. So 1,000, 1 million, 10 billion out of 10. Well, thank you. And this one here is the typical gamer one. I done a typical elite. I mean, it's kind of hard to set up different grades. I have learnt how to set up different shades. The way that you do it if you want to subtly make something darker is you do your color that you want, and then you get a black shape of the exact same shape. Even if you want the whole car being that color, you get, like, let's say you paint your car like a chrome red or a metallic red or metallic green, and you want it really, really dark. All you do is you get a black square, make it cover the entire side, and then make it transparent, and the more transparent you make it, the more the green will show through. And yeah, so you do things like that. But this one, there's the typical gamer logo, And yeah, so on either side says TG Elite. Now, I think I could do better with it. I was just toying around with a lot of things, but yeah. This was my own paint job that I did a long time ago, back when Tokyo Drift came out, and then I was able to do it on here, is the Schizo paint job. So to do the Schizo, it's SKITS, and then the rear tire is a O. And then the other side is Wild and Crazy. So yeah, that's my Schizo paint job, which I have always loved. But let's put the car that earned its rightful place here. The other reason why it has earned such a Brick has earned such high standing with me is because I've known him for years, along with the fact that he has helped me try and build my channel as much as possible, even though I didn't ask him and he didn't need to, but he wanted to, because we're good friends. We're brothers, basically. But yeah, so we will put that beautiful machine right there. I love it. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I will show you guys what I mean by the dark. Oh, also, for those of you that haven't seen, this was my longest paint job. This took over 700 layers. Nearly 800, I think. But I've got each of the candles. It's a matte black, because I thought that would make it look a bit better. But yeah, that's my Halloween car. I'm thinking of maybe in small writing on the back of the spoiler, writing trick or treat. I think that'll look cool, just to top it off. Also, the Halloween is all written with shapes, and on the A's I made little candle lights on the tips of them, which I think is good. But yeah, so none of you can... Oh, so none of you know why suicide doors are called suicide doors? The reason being is because, let's say you have to jump out of your car in a hurry because it's caught on fire, or you can't stop the brakes and it's gonna go off a wharf into the water, or it's going to go off a cliff because, or go tumbling down a hill because for some reason something has gone wrong with it. You jump out of a normal car, you can roll out of it. A suicide door, you jump out of it, you're going to hit that door and it's going to kill you instantly, because you imagine jumping out and having the sharp edge of the bottom of the door hitting you at like 80 kilometers an hour or even 50, and it smacks you in the back of the head. You're dead. You hit that door, you get pulled along with the door, or with the car. You'll get sent flying forward while the car door snaps off, or the car door may not snap off, and you get hit by it and pulled down the cliff with the car. That's why they're called suicide doors, because if anything goes wrong where you have to jump out of the car, it's impossible. You're going to hit that door. But anyway, I will show you guys what I was meaning by how to get certain shades that you want. So let's say you wanted this a darker green. So what you would do is, let's get this like that, and let's widen it. Okay, so now that I've done that, if I hold L1, see, I can make it as dark as I want. The only thing is it will matte it. But see, you can change the shades. Another thing as well, let's say you wanted to slightly keep it that way. Oops. Why'd I do that? Hang on. Let's get this out here. And like that. Okay, if we push square, let's say we want it with a hint of a yellow, a bit more yellow than normal. See? You've got that slight mustard colour. So doing transparency, holding L1 on PlayStation, I'm on PS4, for those of you that don't know, so you can control your shades that way as well. Even, let's say I wanted to add in a, let's say a hint of blue. See, so there's your hint of blue. If you want certain colours, you can change it to however you would like, just by making a big shape and making it transparent, and you just move the transparency and it kind of helps you. My setup, well, at the moment it's out. It's a little bit messy on our coffee table, but I'm on PS4, so I just stream straight through our PS4, but I can show you at least that part. It's a little bit messy at the moment, so I apologize for that, but there's the PlayStation, there's the TV, and down here is my keyboard. I just have it on the coffee table, that's all. But over there is for chat. I have our computer. Guys, a bit more thing in another video if you guys a better view of our computer. But yeah, it's not really that much of a setup. All I have is the PS4 in our TV cabinet. Our TV's up on top of the TV cabinet, and my keyboard is on the coffee table, which I use to do the tags and things. And then yeah, our computer is on our on our dining table. But I will definitely, if you guys would like to see a setup video of everything, hang on, sorry guys, the camera's being a pain. Okay, why is that happening? Okay, sorry guys, it's on a slight angle. There we go. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, the reason why our computer is also on our dining table, like, it's just because we don't have enough room. We live in a 1-bedroom flat at the moment. But yeah, so this is just showing you guys the little subtle things you can do. I mean, if I went here, right? See, you've got salmon, which is pink and green, because red and green make brown. They make a brownie color. See, there's your camel kind of colors. So also on top of it, you do kind of need some kind of color knowledge. But see, like if I go here and I go red, it is going to subtly, see, it's gone like that kind of caramelly brown. But the brighter it gets, the closer it gets to red. See, it's like a reddy brown. That's kind of a light chocolate brown, kind of like a redwood. And then see, and then as you bring it up, more red. But see, it'll go slightly orange. Whereas if you completely take it out, it changes. But see, you can do things like that. So anyway, taking it off that kind of shows how you can do different colors on things. But like I said before, if you want a specific color where you make up your own, it will make the paint job go matte. So it will end up like that brown bit on the side here of my beautiful Cadillac. I wanted to keep this one classy. But yeah, the reason why I don't race that often in this game for some of you is, like I said before, it's because until there's something new to do, there's no point. But there is Destruction Derby coming up, which I definitely want to do. So I will be streaming that, but whenever I stream this game, until new events come out or anything like that, I prefer to do paint job ones rather than anything else, just because, well, paint jobs, I always like to do something unique. So far, out of all my friends, I have done Mark Ferris, his Formula 1 car, just because I know he loves Formula 1s. It was a bit sad that Brick's favourite car wasn't in here, because Brick's favourite car is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. But at least I have like some cars that I like. I love vintage and classics. But I wish they would bring in my favorite car, which is the 1960s 250 GT California. There is only like 100 or 200 of them, and the reason why I love them is they look nice, and no two GT Californias look the same, because each and every single one of them were hand built. The guy literally had no machines, or computers doing anything. It was him just rolling the metal, shaping it and everything himself. This one person. And he hand built all of them, and that's the reason why there's hardly any of them and why they are so rare. I mean, it's a dream car of mine that I will probably never get. I mean, the cheapest one sold for £8 million, which in New Zealand is the equivalent of about $16 million. That's definitely not in the cards. Another person that I know did this one. I tried to see if I could make it as well, and I did, but then I was like, no, actually I'm just going to download his one. It's less work. Okay, where are my planes? One of my planes should oh, that's right, I haven't been down here since the latest update. Okay, so let's select the GP. It's right behind me. Here we go, the R2-D2. I mean, this is cleverly made. I like it. It is very clever. I mean, the person that did this loves Star Wars. I mean, that is stunning. That is a nice paint job. And yes, I can make it, but what's the point of making it if someone else has already done it? The thing is why try and perfect what someone else already has? I mean, this is perfect. You must admit, there is no flaws. There is nothing you can complain about with this paint job. It's stunning. If you love Star Wars. Let's just get our other one in here. Come on. Okay. let's just get this other plane. I haven't done a paint job for this. One paint job I was going to do on the GB was one for Samara with the pineapple and all that, and call it Samara Express. Yeah. Down at the harbour, we can see, let's go here, my very powerful boat. Now this one says I can only go 191 miles an hour, but I have actually tuned this boat to be able to go up to 240 miles an hour. Now you can imagine that on water. I mean, if the nose lifts in real life, the boat would tear itself to pieces. One thing I don't like though, is that with this being an American game, they are saying that they created sprint boat racing. They didn't. New Zealanders did. I mean, I checked all the dates. The earliest New Zealand jet boat race, little sprint boat race, the earliest that I could find was 5 years before Americans. And so, for me, we created it. But yeah, I'll just let the Americans say that. Because, I mean, look at the Pavlova. I mean, no offense to any of my Australian friends and my brothers that live over in Australia, but we created the Pavlova. It's funny how, like, what I think would be really cool is if you could actually drive around the town and jump out of your car and roam around with people on foot, and then you can, like, go back to your car, like GTA kind of thing, just no robbing or killing or anything like that. It'll just be, you can actually go hang out, make that kind of social interaction, and then people can actually go to bars and hang out and drink and things like that. That would be really cool. And then allow us to jump back in our car and then drive off and things like that. And I think that would really make this this game a bit more likable rather than just straight racing. Oh yes, I also forgot to tell you guys. All I need is the rest of the Point Break gear, and I will be able to become the DK at the airport with this car right here. Because my score, what the Point Break does is it doubles your score, which is what all the guys are doing anyway, or the DKs that are already up there right now. The DK who's got 700 and something thousand, Point Break doubles your score, times your score by 2, and already I can do 500,000, get 500,000 points without it, which means with the double up I should in theory get 1,000,000 points, which would definitely give me DK for for this. So I'm pretty close. I cannot stay for long. That's okay, Keaton. Thank you so much for at least coming in and saying hi. Like I say to all of you, you have your own lives. If you can make it, great. If you can only make it for a short time, great. If you come to just say hello, hi. But never be sorry for it. I mean, like I just said, you all have lives. Just don't worry about it. You all have lives, and if you can't make it, you can't make it. It will always be here as a video, and as long as you are still subbed, I know you care. So don't sweat it. Also another thing with this game that I wish they would do is bring like neons for anyone that wants a neon. Bring neons, or even with the wheels, there is LED lights that you can get and put in the wheel, and as long as it's driving, it makes a light circle. So like you could have like 3 on this drift car, and could you imagine drifting around in a car like this one? I would have like lime green neon LED lights, so that way as it spun you'd just see it all lit up with the green, like that kind of green. That would be cool. I think they really should do something like that. But let's do one. Should we do 1 or 2 more races? So I'm going to do one last race with Brick's car. Sorry if you see me doing this a lot. It's just because I'm starting to get hungry and I haven't eaten, and when I don't eat, for some reason I start burping a lot, and that's not a nice sound for you guys to hear. So basically me doing this is me trying to respect you guys so that you don't hear that, because you don't need to hear me burping. Okay, let's go here. Let's change the vehicle to Brick's new Brickmobile. But yeah, I will be showcasing more paint jobs as I finish them. So, I mean, yeah, sure, this one doesn't say "We Are Brick" on the back anymore, but at least with the paint job, we do have the muscle cars that will have it. But this one I will specifically make his car because it's a good car, for once.
2, 1.
Faster!
It sounds
Seriously,
beautiful,
go faster!
Oh, I keep forgetting that I can drive over the grass. Nice dodge. I'm pretty sure that's a Dodge Viper. Okay. The guy tried being clever, and instead he ended up going off the track. Damn. It's moving. Okay. So far so good. And I mean, how can you not love the sound of this vehicle? Sounds like a V10, but it might be a V12. Ooh, got that corner too much. Oh, that's funny. Let's keep this going. Now, I'll read your comments out. Ooh. Come on. Sorry about that. I will definitely read your comments. as soon as this race is over. And boom. Okay, so what does it... See you later, Salvador. Have a good night. Why don't you get a... it's money. The thing is I'm not really well off. I don't really have that much money. And with our 3 animals and everything, it's not too easy to do things like that. Otherwise, yeah, I would have a racing wheel. I would love a racing wheel, but they cost a lot. I mean, if I want a decent wheel that feels realistic rather than a wheel that doesn't, I would be looking up around $300-400. That's money that I can't really afford. That's the only reason why I don't have too many things. It's just because money does come into it. Otherwise, yeah, sure, I would love to have something like that. Okay, oh, also, for those of you that haven't seen yet, I am still working on my Stan Lee commemoration paint job. I am still working on it. If you guys want to check out the beginning part of it, if you head over in my playlist, if you head in there, in the crew, it should be there. If it's not there, I will definitely put it in, but it is my Rest in Peace Stan Lee video of what I did. I don't think I'll do that Extreme series. Not yet, anyway. Let's have a look. What's this? Rally Raid? Touring car.